Hi Gemini, welcome to your weekly reading. So this is going to be messages from the 23rd to the 30th of October. So if you want a personal reading, there is brand new readings in store, check them out. Self-healing, soul contracts, lots and lots of new additions. So I've really been working on the store because I just think I need to update the kind of personal readings I do. So if you want a personal, if you're struggling, check it out in the iDot. 6-month reading and 2024 are on deal last week only. So 6 month is a really good deal, but the 2024 is epic. Check it out, book yours, check the locals below. So like the video and comment, because then other Geminis will be able to see the video. So I heard focus on you, baby girl. Okay, that's the message for Gemini. Some of you are really tired. You're picking up the electromagnetic frequency of a lot of other people, but I think Geminis need to rein it in this week, and you need to focus on you. Stop getting triggered by everybody else. Stop worrying about who wants to see you fail. Don't worry about it, okay? While you focus on you, let them focus on you, and make sure you show up looking fire. Yeah, bitch. I ain't done, okay? I haven't even begun. Okay, good try though, okay? But seriously though, and I also feel like for yous this week, it's about your community. Geminis need to get around better people. I feel like Geminis are around very bitter, competitive, people wrapped up in the wrong things. I think Geminis need to start putting themselves in energy that is supportive, that wants to see you win, people who will put the neck out to help you and support you, and vice versa, okay? I feel like for Geminis, something is coming to an end, 1,000,000%. Okay, so that's what I'm going to say. And that's why there's going to be this new lease of life this week. So Geminis have come to a place where they realise that something that they're doing, something that they're supporting is just not working. Like these people, I'm not trying to be rude, no one's better than anyone, but these people just take the piss. Okay, whether it's family, whether it's a man, whether it's certain friends, they just take the piss. These people are not going to change. They don't value you. I mean, they take from you and they exploit you of energy, time, resources, but they don't care about you. And I feel like Geminis this week, you're just done. Okay, you want to be around ride or die people. You want to be around people who, when you fuck up, right, you can go to those people and be like, listen, without shame, without feeling like they're pitying you, and they'll step in and they'll support you. And I have been through a very testing time. You have seen it with YouTube and just the madness, but I'll tell you something, I've saw me real ones. I've seen a lot of twats, I've seen a lot of sharks, I've seen a lot of horrible people, but I've also seen real ones, okay? Now remember as well, Geminis are funny people, and I do think if Gemini could bring that humour out a bit more without getting wrapped up in the matrix, I know it's hard, it's so testing right now, but if you could bring that humour out a bit more, it would really make you happier and other people. So this weekend I was spending in the company of a couple of guys, and they were from different countries. I was just, socialising, and they were laughing their heads off. Because I was just saying all funny stuff and I wasn't even holding back, and these were from different places, but they were laughing their heads off, and it just made the energy so good, and you could feel like they felt at ease. And I think men are so used to dealing with women who are kind of stuck up, so seeing a woman who's kind of funny and she'll say shit and she'll be honest, and they really liked it, you could tell. And it was nice to just talk to guys, get advice from guys. So I think for Geminis this week, you need a new community of people. I'm not going to lie though, until you close the door, and this is going to hurt, because you gave years to it, you gave everything to it, okay, it's unjust. But until you close the door, you're going to keep continuing to be powerless. Okay, the Sun card reversed is our solar plexus are blocked, so some of you need to work on your solar plexus this week. But what I'm getting here is, until you admit who people are in your life and how much support that they give, it's going to be difficult. But once you strip those people, the amount of energy that's going to come back into your life, the amount of power that is going to come back into your life, some of you have got to take a whole new road professionally. You deserve the best, Gemini. Right, you've let your haters and the matrix and the bitter washed out get inside you, and they're getting inside your head, and they're taking your dreams, and they're taking your humour, and they're taking you, right? So, but don't focus on that. Remember what I said in the beginning, focus on you, baby girl. Now is another thing. There is a guy and there's no competition. You are his everything, right? There's just no competition, and that's what Gemini wants. Gemini, this is a bit, it's a bit saucy, okay, but seriously, right, Gemini really wants that guy who's like, if you're not obsessed with me, I don't want you. That's where we're at, right? Like, mate, what are you talking about? A little bit of time. Like, you better know what you've got, okay? And if you don't worry, because there's lots of options. So for Geminis, we really want that ride or die partner. We want those ride or die friends. We want those bitches who are like, girl, I'm sorry, but who are you lying to? You just need to get around people who you can't fake it with, because these people are successful. They're just going to be like, listen, no offense, but your body speaks for itself. Your life speaks for itself, and if you want to lie to yourself, I get it, you know, we've all been there, but you're not lying to me. You just need better people. You just need people who hold you accountable. So Geminis are moving into a transition, but I've just said if you want it. So you're moving into a transition if you want it. If you want to continue to be powerless, give people energy that they don't deserve and time, and keep going in circles with matrix cunts who are never going to change. If you want to keep drowning yourself while you're lifting other people up, carry on, nothing's going to change. But if you actually start to see, because I feel like Geminis are coming, especially on the back end of the eclipse in Libra, these are coming to back into a new cycle. So you're moving into a new cycle. You're moving out of an old period that's been very testing, and you kind of fell into these zero-sum games and, you know, fuckboy central and all these fucking toxic games. But now you're very clear, and that's what that cycle was about. It was about lessons, but this cycle is about blessings, okay? But you couldn't get the blessings without the lessons. So that cycle was about people disrespecting you, devaluing you, taking from you, stripping you dry, not valuing you, right? Making you out to be the bad guy when they always knew they was, right? So that was that cycle, and this cycle is about moving forward. But Gemini, you're not innocent. You can be moody, me too. You know, you can be moody, you can be Jekyll and Hyde. People can be kind of, you know, not knowing where they stand with you. You've got to pull your shit together. Okay, give to others what you want to receive back, right? But Gemini, there is so much good coming, I'm telling you. But I do think it's about, you're going to have to go through the hard stuff. I'm going through a real difficult time now. Obviously, you have seen the injustice that's happened. But again, I know it's all graceful, because the people who were around me, the people who I was helping, the men I was loving, they just wasn't worthy of me. I'm not trying to be arrogant, but it's just the facts. It's just the facts, right? And it's like, God's like, no, I'm sorry, but you're not settling with that. Okay, no one's better than anybody else, but you need to leave people where they're at. If they want to stay in bondage, if they want to stay in fakeness, if they want to be living at, leave them where they're at. If they want to stay at a lone timeline, you can't make them grow. You can try, but know when to stop, okay? So all tied up, right? So we was here, right? We was in the all tied up. Our energy was all repressed. We were stressed out. We were triggered. We were given to a masculine, given to certain people, breaking our back for barely nothing. But I think, and I know I've got Gemini friends, you're just coming to a place where it's like, yeah, your energy's really high. So that's one thing you need to be careful of, is making sure that you're putting your energy that's intense into the right places, okay? But we're going to go into now, I feel like there's newness coming for you. Some of you, it's going to be meeting a new person. But some of you have got to let go of something first. That's the deal. Now, if you check out the website, you've got the self-healing videos. Honestly, there's amazing readings, so check them out. They're good prices, but you've got the self-healing, you've got the energy reads. So whatever you need to start working on, that's the reading you need to get. Okay, you've got soul contracts. So we got the Hermit reverse. One thing I'm going to say is that Geminis need to get a plan. So I do think some of you this week, your energy is kind of testing, right? It's quite intense. So I do think you need to take your energy and channel it this week. Right, some of you need to start writing lists. You need to get organised. You're all over the place. There's no long-term plan. Even if the long-term plan is just for this week. You need a fucking plan. When you write things down, you're more likely to tick them off. You're more likely to be calmer, right? I think Geminis need to get up every day this week, write a list, okay, and hit it off bit by bit. Don't try and wing it. Do the meditation, do the walks, do the gym, right? Get the time and write 6 of Swords. Some of you Gemini right now, your friends and the people around you are going through a really testing time, and I feel like either people are really carrying the weight for you or you're really carrying the weight for them. Some of you Geminis are not willing to desert certain people because you love them. So right now, even though they're going through a lot and they're kind of putting pressure on you, you're like, I'm sorry, but this person means a lot to me, and even though they're trying right now, I've got to have the back. So that's good. And then they'll do the same for you. But some of yous, I do think there's people who just keep leeching, and they just basically, they don't show up when it's shining, but when it's raining, they're always around. So they're the people you need to start taking a wide berth from, okay? So tell me about this new relationship that's coming for Gemini. Not stressful. So the new relationship that's coming, it doesn't break your back, it doesn't weigh you down, it doesn't have you second guessing your value, it doesn't bring all kinds of stress in your life. Ooh, you mean like a real relationship? You mean like real healthy stuff? Oh, okay, right. What are they? You know, so this person is just very, I feel like they're really good for your nervous system, they're really relaxing. This person is like just, you shine in their eyes, like there's just nobody else, right? Like so I feel like this person just doesn't want to mess it up with you, and so you can feel it, you can feel the safety, okay, for the Gemini man as well. So tell me more for Geminis this week, please. It's getting good. It's getting good. See, where we've been is the 10 of Wands and the 9 of Swords. So this is where you're stressed out, you're overthinking everything, you're overthinking everybody's intentions, agenda, kind of trust them, right? This is like, fuck that shit. If I have to doubt, I'm out. Ooh! If I have to doubt, I'm out, okay? So yeah, bye. We don't care. Because when you've left us, and you fucked us, and you stripped us of everything, guess what you did? Give us fuck all to lose, so thanks. Like, you know, come and tell me that I need you now. Come on, I dare ya, right? So yeah, they kind of went too far, but seriously though, I just think on a serious note, if we don't talk about the dickheads, because we just do that week after week, this is more about Geminis just getting to that place, especially the older Geminis, where you just want your ride or die people. You just want to live in peace. You just want to focus on what matters. Even your own childish dramas and the things that you get wrapped up in. You know, like when you send evil eye, or you're not even doing it, because you're being aware that what's being sent to you, you're just sending back. You're like, you know what, now I want to be my highest version, I want to be my best version, I want to be around good energy, I want to make people laugh, I want to be a decent person. So you're really stepping into like, and I saw it today, like I was just in this really helpful, nice energy, and then people were just reciprocating. So that's another thing as well, like it really is the energy that you send out. And I feel like Geminis this week are kind of like, maybe the world doesn't need to be better, maybe I need to be better too. You know, because I feel like everybody's out here going, oh, this person, that person, blah blah blah, but I feel like Geminis are kind of, you're doing you, but you're also being better with people, and so that's bringing better energy. People are reciprocating more, people are being more pleasant, you're being more pleasant, okay? You're dropping people who just like, there's no point with these people, there's no point, okay? Judgment reversed. You're just not over judging things as well. So judgment reversed is where you're not overthinking this week. You're really getting up and just taking action. And that's the message. Okay, what are some things to avoid stress? Like stress is coming up as a big factor here. The world. I think being absorbed as well. Okay, so some of you need to watch out for an earth sign, or you need to watch out for a man who's non-committal. Some of years this could be your boss, but I would say just stay away from men who are not serious, who are not going to bring stability. So this is like fuck boys and all stuff like that. Geminis just don't want that now. Don't try and recover the past is a big message for you this week, right? I feel like it's about moving forward. Okay, some of you are going to miss an opportunity in love if you're too absorbed though, or you're acting too stuck up. So this person might give up, right? Because this person might get to a space where it's like this person's not interested. So Geminis need to be open, you know, but know when to basically close it off when you can sense that it's not good energy or it's not people you want to fuck with. But yeah, some of you need to be open because there is actually a masculine, but he might not be able to approach you, so he might give up because he just feels rejected. Some of you, though, there's someone trying to recover a past situation, and it could be with an earth sign. So yeah, so this person you could be trying to recover it with, right? So this could be like someone you dealt with in the past, and so you could be trying to recover it, but you're being told it's time to look forward, focus on newness, okay? People have already showed you the true colours, so I feel like the message here is don't go back and try and redeem something, especially with a Taurus man, but it could also be, it could be a Sagittarius, could be an Aquarius. Don't go back and try to redeem things with people who you already know where it's at. It's time to look forward, Gemini, okay? The other side of the coin is if you're keeping yourself to yourself too much, then basically opportunity is not going to be able to get in, right? If you won't listen to counsel, you can't have other people guiding you and enlighten you. So remember, sometimes the most intelligent thing to do is ask people for advice, because they can really help you. You could end up in a new job, you could end up with new romantic suitors, etc. So be open, okay, flexible, but also know when to trust yourself, okay? But yeah, I feel like you're really moving forward, Gemini. Like, this is the reading, like, if you want to. You know, you're really starting to move forward, and I do think some of you are just tired. See the way you've got the Three of Swords reversed, and then you've also got the Heartbreak card reversed. Some of you are getting over somebody, so it could be somebody else who's trying to recover it with you, but you're just done. I feel like this was a person who broke your heart, this was a person who deserted you, this was a person who you literally fucked up your life for. You fucked up your mental state, your emotional state. I feel like this person's trying to come back, but you're just done. I feel like Geminis are really elevating, and they just don't want to be around, especially the men, you know, these Jack the Lad Daves who basically can't get it together. You're like, just get away from me, right? And it's not because you think you're too good, it's because you just don't want men like that in your life. You don't want women like that in your life. You want solid people who show up, who don't play games, who make you feel secure and safe. Okay, so this is not about you thinking you're too good for anybody, it's just that's where you are. So yeah, this could be a person this week who's trying to like redeem it with you, but you're just like, no, you know. You also need to keep your frequency high as well, because I do think there is a lot of creepos. This is something I've noticed, people are becoming unhinged massively. So keep your frequency high and don't let these weirdos, because I do think there's weirdos creeping in the background, there's weirdos in general, and what they do is cause them miserable. They're trying to make you uncomfortable, they're trying to put you on edge, right? And I just wouldn't even entertain it, okay? So I feel like for Geminis, like, I feel like sometimes people try to make Gemini like paranoid and like feel on edge, and I would just focus on you, do you, right? And it's, if they become a threat, deal with them, and that's it. Do whatever you want, cunt. Watch me, troll me, listen through the do whatever you want, loser. You know, like, that's where you need to be at, right? Like, but seriously, like, I think Geminis, you need to start shining, you need to focus on you need to be acting right, and I think you need to start thinking about moving forward. Some of you, when it comes to your home, when it comes to a new career, some of you are just doing it all in one go. You know, so some of you, you're focusing on your career, but then you also want a nice love life and you want a new place. Some of you might be thinking about relocating. So remember, there is literally 2 months of this year, 2.5 months of this year left, and you've now got the opportunity to start putting in the work. So 2024 is a different level, okay? But remember, it starts with you. And the matrix is dirty, creepy, nasty, full of sharks, full of weak people, right? So I feel like for Gemini, you need to stop fighting that. You need to build a network. You need to get around people who want to see you win. You need to set the standard within yourself so that you meet that standard in other people. Because that's really what it's about, right? You're not going to meet in other people what you're not yourself. If you're acting basic, you're going to get basic. I mean, that's the facts. There's levels to this shit, okay? So, see, the bottom don't like to admit that, because they want to be victims of the system, victims of everybody else, victims of the partner, victim. You know, right? But real hardcore motherfuckers are like, this is about me. It's the frequency I'm on, it's the people I'm giving me time and me energy and me attention to. I'm not learning lessons, I just keep repeating cycles. So smart people know that it's about them, okay? So I would say don't go back and try and recover with the past, and be careful if you're vulnerable right now, because there is a man giving you attention, but this guy's just not going to bring you stability. He's not going to bring you anything good. He's a Jack the Lad fuckboy. He's basic level, you know, and he runs around talking shit, and that's not what Geminis are looking for. Geminis are looking for a powerhouse of a man who's got it together, he's respectful, he acts right, or woman, you know, because for the Gemini man, you could be looking for this too. You're just looking for people who are very clear, concise, know what they want, know, you know, etc. The Wheel of Fortune. But some of you could be dealing with a partner who's going in the opposite direction. So these two people are looking in the opposite direction. This can be where we're with a person, okay, but this person wants a different life. They want kids, we don't. We want kids, they don't. Some of you are dealing with a fuckboy, definitely. Okay, see the way you're both, like, this is a relationship that's not going to work because this guy's got multiple options. Gemini needs to get out of zero-sum games. That's the message here. Okay, and zero-sum games are where men set up the game where you have to basically keep your pussy on ice for him for a Tuesday evening while he's out there with multiple women as a basic ass man. Are you kidding me? Are you joking? You remember when, I mean, you used to have to be top level G to do that shit. Now you can just be a tramp at the bottom and you can do that shit. It's funny, innit? And we're going to be speaking it real, and if we offend you, guess what? We don't care. Okay? The truth is the truth, right? But seriously, and the other side of the coin is Gemini, if you just don't involve yourself with these people, guess what? You won't have to have the conversation, will you? Okay? So if you just don't involve yourself with these type of people, you're not going to be getting all mad about it and get, you know. But I do think for some of you Geminis, some of you are not there yet. It's going to take a bit of time, but for some of you, I feel like you're really ready. You've just had enough. It's like you're just tired of being tired. You're tired of being angry. You've come to a place where you know that, you know, certain people are just not going to change. They're just not going to change, right? So leave them where they need to be and focus on you, baby girl, okay? Because some of you, as you come back into your power, as you come back into your humour, as you start to do the work, right? As enough is enough in you, so the world starts to emulate that back. Because you just get to a point where it's like, no, enough is enough. Because some of you are tired, you are just going in circles, your life is kind of messy, you're angry, you're triggered, and then you're just meeting that in other people. Because that's it, right? It's frequency, there's levels to this shit. So you just meet that in other people, right? People who are trapped, people who are, you know, talking shit, people who don't ever follow through. So it is, you need to level up, and the more that you level up and cut the shit, the more you'll meet leveled up people who cut the shit. And that's it. I mean, you know, but some of you honestly just try not to go back to redeem the past, because you need to look forward, okay? The good stuff is you're letting go. The good stuff is that you're letting go of people who are not good for your balance. You're letting go of people who don't share the same core values. You're letting go of people who take you out of peace. You don't want these people in your life. You know? You're letting go of people who you've got to always second guess their intentions. You just, less is more. So you would rather have less people who you can truly rely on than more people who are just going to fuck you anyway. Okay, and some of you are really thinking about, you're starting to understand the electromagnetic frequency. So this is environments that we're in. That's a big one for you. Some of you are going into certain environments and it's just low vibe. You can feel it in the field. You can feel the anger. You can feel the evil eye. And for you, you're just like, fuck this. Like, why would I do this? So you're getting into better environments. You're being selective in your company. Some of you, again, you're doing the raising of the frequency within yourself by thinking differently. And so this is raising your frequency and you're getting around a lot better people. Okay? But I would also say, whatever you're in, just don't let people distract you, because that's the goal. See, the bottom is always playing games because it has nothing else to do. Why do you think drama TV is so, like, highly viewed? Because the bottom, it's bored, right? It's not doing nothing. It's not out here in missions. It's not out here in anything big. It's just doing basic shit every day. So it talks shit at the office or behind the reception desk or whatever the fuck it does, right? It's doing nothing, right? So there's a lot of low vibrational people around you. Small minds discuss people, high minds discuss ideas. And I feel like that's where Gemini, you need to understand that if you get around better people, it's going to make you better. You're going to be a better person, a happier person, a calmer person. You need to get around better people. I think for Gemini, you're around a lot of kind of bitter, disgruntled, just lacking energies. And so it's making you become that, and it's making you act like that. Okay, and I'm not saying it's about judging other people, that's why you add judgment reverse. Like, it's about leave people where they need to be to get the lessons when they get them. Some people will wake up when it's their time, but don't force people to wake up. Focus on yourself. And if this week you can give a pep talk to someone who's struggling, great. You know, I've just done it this weekend, right, with men. They generally were struggling and I helped them, right? If you can help them, if they're listening, you should help them, right? That's what we're all here for, to help each other, right? But don't force them to listen. And you know, it's as Jordan Peterson said, when you're talking and people aren't listening, stop talking. Okay, when you're giving love to people, when you're giving loyalty to people and they're not reciprocating, stop loving them and stop giving them loyalty. And that's it. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. And Gemini, some of you need to go to a whole new career. You need to basically shut things down. You need to disappear. You need to make big changes in so many ways, and you ain't got time to be focusing on low-level dickheads, and you ain't got time to be acting like a child, and you ain't got time to be out here blaming everybody else. Firstly, they don't give a fuck, and secondly, it's not doing anything for you other than wasting energy and time. So for some Geminis, this is a week, but I really like this because some of you have been in a lot of stress, you've been very triggered, you've been fighting for people. This could be a group of people, it could be matrix people who just are looking in a whole different direction. They think different to you, they have different motivations to you, and so it's never going to work. So I think a lot of it for Gemini is the people you've been dealing with, the company you've been keeping. It's just never going to work because these people are just totally different from you. They have different agendas, they have different motivations, so it's just never going to work, right? But focus on you, baby girl. There is love coming in for some of you. You can book in your own personal so I can take a look. You can get the 12-month forecast for 2024. I designed the reading. It's amazing. I've already been doing them. But seriously, I think for Geminis, if you've been looking for that kind of, when am I going to feel good again? When's the light at the end of the tunnel going to come? This week. But you've got to want it. And you've got to show up even though you're tired, and you've got to do the work, and you've got to shut the fuck up, and you've just got to do the work, right? But some of you, as I'm telling you now, some people have got to go. They have got to go. Because if you keep trying to hold on to them, this could also be a career, a job. I feel like God is closing doors. And you're going to have to accept this. I feel like if you follow God's plan instead of your ego, you've got nothing to prove, not your haters, not the people who've watched you suffer, nothing. You've got nothing to prove. They've got their shit coming to them. Okay? It's about being happy. It's about being healthy. It's about feeling respected, valued, appreciated. It's about asking for help, giving help, in balance. I feel like a big message for the eclipse in Libra for Gemini is about a balance. Okay, you want balance now, right? Like you know, I feel like some of you were either taking too much or you were given too much. Now it's about basically balance, giving enough, but also making sure you get back what you give in your friendships, in love, etc. But ride or die is what Gemini is looking for now. And I feel like this is also about looking forward. So it's about, I've just got to keep, because I don't want the boobies to fall out, but it is a nice little pretty dress. So, but I just don't want the boobies to go, you know. My haters will be like, oh look, she's got a slut dress on. It's because she's not good at her reading, so she's got a slut dress on, right? Do you? But seriously, wear whatever you want, speak your mind. You know, if people reject you, so fucking what, right? Just keep it real, be you, right? And yeah, I feel like for Geminis, that's it. You know, you've been getting stressed out over idiots, you've been getting stressed out over this, that and the other, but some of you, it's a time to do the work, okay? I want to know more about this love though. So some of you, the love that's coming for you is with a Cancer, but it could also be coming to you with someone who's very, very romantic. Some of you, it's military, so this person could be in the military. I just feel like this is a guy who's got it together, because if you look at military men, they're very organised, they're very together, they're very tough, right? But I think some of you, it's going to be a Cancer. Some of you, it's generally a water sign. But again, you've got to come out the shadows. Okay, so this is an offer of love, and you've got to come out of the shadows. So I feel like for you this week, love is there, but if you're being too isolated, if you're kind of hiding, because can you see the way this person is camouflaging themselves? But some of years, there's someone who wants to give you an offer of love, and this person is hiding the feelings and they're watching you, they're creeping. Fucking weirdos. Right, but they're creeping, but it's because they're scared to approach you. Good. That's another thing I want Geminis to get in the mode of, right? Like, if your man is scared of you or your woman is scared of you, good. Like, make them shit scared of you, okay? Because that means that you scare them, and that's good. It means that they don't want to fuck it up. You know, and I think for Geminis, like, you do need to test people and make them in your company and your friendship and your love. I think Geminis have been too open. We've been too given of our goddess and god power, and we're done with this now. Sorry, okay. But seriously, I feel like this is a really good week for Gemini. But you just need to get up. You just need to do the work. You need to, focus on you. Okay, and start leveling up within yourself. Close doors if you have to, like you've really got no choice. Okay, the final outcome for this week is the Ten of Swords. So this is a person who is just done being down, they're done being in a dark space, they're done feeling stressed out, they're done being nervous, they're done being triggered. I feel like the message for Geminis is you just want to be happy. You know, and you've earned it, you know. And some of you is just, something has just been really brutal to go through. Ten of Swords, like, it's been really, really brutal to go through. And I feel like the message here with this Ten of Swords is you're just done. Okay? You've learned some painful lessons, you've been through some real heavy tests, but on the back end of this eclipse in Libra, it's coming to an end. But sometimes what we do is we get so used to the pain, we get so used to life being hard, we get so used to the anxiety, that when those cycles come to an end, we still embrace it. You know, so in other words, we keep feeding the anxiety and the fear, and we start making pain and problems for ourselves, and a lot of it is to do with choices. But the divine is saying to you, if you want things to change, if you want to be in better health, if you want better people, if you listen this week, it can happen. But it means you've got to be carrying a different energy, carrying a different mindset, be closing the door on people you just know have not got your back. A lot of people have betrayed you, right? They've left you for dead, right? They've left you in dark places, right? They've just come in like savages, right? But instead of brooding on that, it's time to basically learn the lesson from it so you can get the blessing. And this next cycle is a love that is solid. This next cycle is where you do a career and the money really comes in because the clients that you take on truly value you. This next cycle is having people who you don't have to put a front on, and you can be fully vulnerable, and these people have got you. They see your fire and they see you at your rawest, and they're there regardless. So the question is, do you want it? Okay, it's like me, right? I've had a proper heavy weekend. I'm exhausted. But I was like, right, Geminis, I've been watching 2,000 people on the last video. I need to show up, and that's what you need to do. There's people relying on you, Gemini. And while you're giving to pieces of shit, you're not giving to people who will truly see your value. Fuck these motherfuckers. Fuck these savages. Fuck these sellouts. They're not worth our breath. They're not worth anything. Fuck you. You are a disgrace to our species. You are a piece of shit. And that's it. You know, some of you are sitting there and you're really suffering because of these people. But just know this, when they go to bed at night, they know who the fuck they are. And you know, something, even though I've been really hurt, I've been connecting with people, I've been being vulnerable with people, and you know something, it's really about the energy you give out, you get back. If you close yourself off, nobody can get in. If you don't be vulnerable, nobody can help you. But it's about being open with the right people. It's about being vulnerable with the right people, because not everyone's a piece of shit. If people can help you, they will. And I think for Gemini, some years have given so much help to people, you're kind of closing off from them, but people need you, Gemini. They need your mind, they need your wisdom, they need your pep talks, they need your honesty, right? So don't give up on people, but just be selective who gets your time and your energy this week. But it's just a week to basically be restructuring your life, right? It's a week to be getting in the gym, doing the meditation. So I went to the gym before and I wanted to do the session, but instead of doing the session, I did like the rolling first. So foam rolling basically, because my body's really in a bad way. I do think some of yous as well, you need to start taking your stretching, your mobility, you need to start taking your mind, like you need to regulate so all systems within you are getting organised. Okay, this is decreasing stress, this is deep tissue massages, this is meditation, this is yoga sessions, this is where you feel better than just visual. Okay, this is mind, spirit, body, soul, etc. So, hopefully this video was helpful. If you want to book a reading, you can. 2024, it's a must-have deal, and you know what? It will put your head on the map for the new year. You've got 2.5 months of this year left. Some of you are really tired, so this is an opportunity to clean up your act, start looking for new jobs, start getting rid of people, start doing the work now. So 2024, it's a whole different game, and start shining, Gemini. Stop dimming your light because other cunts are fucking triggered by it, because that's what's going on here, right? Other people are not happy, right? And they want to see you in the shadows. And I think that's another mistake that Gemini made, right? Do you, don't do it to piss people off, right? But you can do what you want, right? Start showing up, start shining, be you, be true, right? And whoever rejects you is protection. Enjoy your week, and I'll speak to you soon.